Hi everyone, my name is Adrienne Schultz. I completed my behavior change project with an 8-year-old boy named Nick. His primary diagnosis is autism spectrum disorder. He currently attends a full day of school in the general education classroom, and he attends an ABA clinic for 2.5 hours after school. The target behavior that I chose was manding with eye contact. The operational definition that we chose for manding with eye contact was the child vocally manding while providing his communicative partner with eye contact either immediately prior or simultaneous to the mand. The measurement system that we used was frequency. So the staff who worked with the child carried around 2 clickers. One clicker tracked the number of independent mands with eye contact. The second clicker tracked the total number of mand opportunities that were provided throughout the 2.5-hour session. The design used was a BA-BC design. Before I started my behavior change project, there was already an intervention in place, and it was an extinction intervention, meaning the staff who worked with him did not reinforce any mands that did not have eye contact. So the minute the child provided a mand with eye contact, he was allowed access to the item that he requested. We decided to change the intervention because the data was not showing enough progress to continue intervention. So we went back to baseline, which is the A condition. And then after 6 days of baseline data was collected, we moved the intervention to an extinction plus differential reinforcement of appropriate behavior, being manding with eye contact. So that was our C condition. During the initial extinction phase, we, like I said earlier, staff was told to provide access to reinforcement only when the child provided his communicative partner with a mands with eye contact. Otherwise, extinction procedures needed to be used. He was not given access to anything that he requested until he provided mands with eye contact. During the baseline condition, staff was told just to track whether he provided mands with eye contact or not, and he was not reinforced at all for using mands with eye contact, nor was any differential reinforcement used throughout this phase. It was just a natural, did he use it or did he not? During the treatment condition, the extinction plus differential reinforcement of appropriate behavior condition, staff was told to provide an increased magnitude of reinforcement if the child provided immediate eye contact upon manding. And if extinction procedures had to be used, the child was given a decreased magnitude of reinforcement. This could be done through a shorter duration of time with a preferred item or a smaller portion of food. IOA was tracked during all 3 conditions. It was taken 16% during the initial extinction condition, and it was tracked at 66%. Because that condition was not showing any progress, we decided to just stop it and move to baseline. During the baseline condition, IOA was collected at 20%, and it was collected 81% accuracy. Because that was not up to par with the behavior change project components, I did have to go back in and work with staff. So we reviewed the procedure page, and we also I provided feedback during their sessions so that everyone knew what was expected of them. Finally, during the extinction and differential reinforcement phase, IOA was collected 33% of sessions at a 96% accuracy rate. So the results are right here. And as you can see, during the extinction phase, we had a little bit of a increase in trend, and then we had a really, really low day. And we weren't getting anywhere above 60% of mands with eye contact, which was just not enough to continue treatment. So we decided to go back to baseline, and as you can see, there's a pretty significant drop in level when you go to baseline. Again, kind of variable data, but we're seeing nothing above 40% here. So we decided to move after 6 data points, we decided to move to our extinction plus differential reinforcement phase condition. And as you can see, there's a pretty significant jump in data here. We're seeing data between 60 and 70%, which is exactly where we want to see mans with eye contact. Ideally, I would have loved to have, at least another 10 to 20 data points here to kind of level out and make sure we're not seeing these variable data points here that kind of drop down and then go back up. However, I didn't have enough time, so we are still collecting data at work, and we are still tracking this. However, I've already completed my behavior change project, so this is everything that I've completed within that behavior change project time limit. So generalization data has not been collected yet. However, I would love to collect generalization data, as well as maintenance data. After we see anywhere between 65 and 75% of mans with eye contact independently, I would like to start collecting maintenance and generalization data at home, at school, in other settings. So there's a few different points to be discussed here. There was a few limitations. I don't believe that I had enough data points to collect enough data to really determine whether extinction plus differential reinforcement was any better than just an extinction procedure. And I'm also concerned that the age of my client made a difference. I was reading an article by Carbone and his colleagues, and they had done a pretty similar intervention, but their child was 3 years old. And by the end of their intervention, the child was getting like 90% of his mans with eye contact independently. Now, I never got to see those results with an 8-year-old boy, and I wonder if age made a difference there. Overall, based on the graph, it is clear that there may be support for an extinction plus differential reinforcement in order to increase mans with eye contact. Thank you very much.